So I want to show you guys this subreddit post so you don't end up in this position. It's very easy to not end up like this, but some people do not think ahead of time, and when it comes time to actually sell their investments, they have a problem, and this is what this person has. And I want to read this post to you guys and talk about how to avoid this situation. It's very easy, but some people just don't think. They just buy all this stuff, especially buying like just a ton of things, not even thinking, like especially things that aren't very liquid. And when it comes time to sell, they want to sell on eBay or something like that, and they don't have that place to sell on. It will become a problem. So I'm just gonna read this post and then tell you guys my thoughts about it. So this person says, "I need an exit strategy. Please advise." Basically, title: I have no seller history on eBay, no seller history on Facebook Marketplace, nothing. Big problem, right? They have nothing and they want to sell something. I do, though, however, have a bunch of 151 UT Ultra. Is that Ultra Premium Collection boxes or ETBs? Obama Skies booster boxes, Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, 151 Charizard, etc. I don't know how that makes any sense. I guess maybe the card. I got a bunch of stuff. By a bunch, I mean like maybe 8K total worth of everything. I'm not one of those people that bought like 40K of ETBs or whatever. I want to keep investing, but I also want to figure out how to liquidate over time. My thought was just to buy some stuff and then relist it basically at cost just to build up a profile, but that seems like a lot of time. Maybe it's worth it if I can get full price for my other stuff. Thanks all. So this is not rocket science, okay? It's pretty easy what you should do. Um, this is what I would do if I was you guys, even if you don't have really anything to sell. List cards. List cheap cards. That's what I've done. I've listed lots of cards that are maybe worth 30, 40 bucks. For example, I've sold some Crown Zenith cards and like a lot that was maybe worth 30 bucks. And I listed it like maybe 10% under market price. It literally sold within 1 minute. Like that's how quickly it sold, and got a good review because I packaged it well. And that's all you need to do. Just sell cards, sell something related to cards. Because if you sell, let's say, I don't know, clothing or something on your eBay account, that really has nothing to do with Pokemon, right? So you want to make sure when you're building up like, reviews and stuff on eBay, whatever online platform, you want to make sure it's related to whatever you're selling, which is going to be Pokemon. So a big thing I would advise selling is just raw cards or just any sort of cards, low value, because obviously when you're new, there might be some people that are going to take advantage of that, maybe try to scam you. So you want to sell low value cards and just build up that, those reviews. And by doing that, you're also not really selling anything that maybe you really want to keep, like maybe some high value items, some sealed items. I definitely would not go out just the gate selling sealed. I think that's not really smart. Like I said, people will take advantage of you having no reviews. People will try to say maybe you resealed something or whatever, and you have nothing to back it up. So I highly recommend just selling individual singles, just to get that, those reviews up, because it is really important. Because when it comes time to sell and you really need to sell something, and let's say your only marketplace is online, maybe you can't sell locally for whatever reason, and you need that money, selling out the gate sealed stuff, especially expensive stuff, is not very smart. It's going to be harder to sell because people are going to, be iffy buying from somebody with no history. And just having that account established, not having a brand new account, because I don't know about you guys, but when I buy stuff on eBay, and if I buy from, not a, card store or something, I look at reviews. I look at how old their account is, and I'm usually more suspicious about people that have new accounts that maybe only have one review or something. So just to get ahead of that, time that you need to sell, just make an account and sell a few things. You don't have to go crazy and sell a ton of stuff at once. Just do it ahead of time, so when it comes time to sell, you're not like this person where you're like, man, I want to sell. Maybe they need money right now, but they have no place to sell. It's really easy, but you just got to think ahead of time, because you know it's so easy just to get caught up in the investing thing, just to buy, but people don't think about selling. And I talk about it all the time. Everybody in the space, they just talk about buying, 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 and not anything about selling. So a lot of people out there, that are going to sell are most likely going to sell on, eBay, on like an online platform where reviews do really matter. So yeah, just to, I guess, summarize, I would be selling singles first, and then you can dabble into sealed. And I would also say for sealed, when you start off selling sealed, because that's also, I guess, another category of product that I guess having reviews on would be good, other than just selling Pokemon products, like I guess just cards. I would probably start off selling not very valuable sealed stuff just so you can get reviews of those sealed items on your account. And then you can sell more of the, more expensive stuff, because still, I mean, this is one reason why I talk about it, why I don't really sell on eBay, is because I'm just paranoid about selling high value sealed items on eBay. Because if you look at how many people just online complain about their wrapping of these sealed items, condition of boxes, people are so picky about that sort of thing. And when you're selling high value items, and maybe on the pictures it doesn't really highlight like a small blemish, right? Some people are super picky and they'll ask for a refund, they'll try to do all these sorts of things. I've seen it happening like online, and I don't want to deal with it. So for high priced items, that's another thing to think about. But definitely having good reviews will probably help with, maybe, I don't know, people not really, maybe, I guess, picking on you for that. But just take good pictures and try to highlight all the blemishes too on those high priced items. But I am scared of doing that sort of thing. That's why I sell in person. But if you are planning to sell high priced items, like I said, I wouldn't do that first as your first like sealed item you're trying to sell, because I feel like that'd be kind of risky, because you don't want to have to deal with it. I'm telling you, you have one problem, you deal with one thing, it's gonna just scar you. You're not gonna want to sell anything. So I'm not trying to be here to scare you, but I'm just speaking the truth. Because some people out there will be like, you know what? Because I know some people say that people that sell on eBay or whatever, that say they have problems, they're over exaggerating. It is probably the minority of people that will complain, but when you're selling higher price items, you do have to, that is a higher possibility you're going to deal with more picky people, because people then care about the wrapping, the seals, and everything. So, yeah, just want to talk about this because, I've talked about it recently a lot about selling. And like I said, I'm not trying to make these types of videos to scare you guys about anything, but it's more just informing you that you have to think about some of these things ahead of time, like selling stuff, like in this market, just selling something to be able to get a reputation. All these things you should do ahead of time, and think about while you're just buying stuff, because like I said, it's so easy just to buy everything and not think about selling. And then when it comes time to sell, you don't have a platform, maybe the market isn't as good. Just think about all these things, because a lot of people, just especially in the space, everything's going up in price. Nobody even talks about selling, and you just got to think about that before it comes time where you really do need to sell. So that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.